Hey, everybody, it's your friend Stefan. I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about AI writing. Now, I wrote a blog post about this with my AI writing assistant, but I like making videos and I like watching videos, and some people prefer to watch or listen instead of read, so I'm recording this as well. Now, this will not be assisted by AI because it's just me. One of the things that I am just so fixated on is authenticity and honesty. To be honest, when a long time ago when chatbots started showing up on websites, not even LLM connected, right? Not AI, truly AI, but just these like simple chatbots, and it would come up and say like, "Hi, I'm Janice. I'm here to help you." But you knew it was a machine. There wasn't Janice on the other end. It wasn't really a chat dialogue, and there was really Janice sitting in her office. And to me, that was starting our relationship. I'm new to your website, I'm new to your company, and we're starting off with a lie. We're starting off with bullshit. We're starting off with inauthenticity. And so, number one rule, I think, is that if you're going to use AI tools, whether it's as a chatbot on your website or as a customer service rep, etc., be honest about the fact that this is an AI tool designed to help you, designed to make this go faster, designed to help you find what you're looking for. I forgot to turn my phone off. These are the things that you can do, and you can be honest and you can be upfront, so people feel like, oh, that's great. You invested in a tool that's going to help my experience be more efficient or better, but you're not telling me that it is a person on the other end. And the reason that gets frustrating is if it is a person, you'd be typing in, more sophisticated questions, and you can tell when it answers you, this isn't a person. And so that's frustrating. And I want to apply that same philosophy of being honest and not leading people to think that you wrote something when you didn't. And here's why. Number one, we hear people talk about AI slop, and we can spot AI written content a mile away, whether it's the M dashes or the use of emojis throughout the post. It's not you. And what happens is it triggers a lot of people to go, oh, they didn't even write that. I'm not going to read it. And if you do that enough, they're going to realize, oh, there's nothing coming out of this person anymore. They're just typing in a topic into ChatGPT and saying, give me a LinkedIn post and suggest a picture, and then they post it. Don't do that. You are literally building reverse momentum, if you will. You're pushing people away. You're telling people, don't listen to me. You're telling people, I don't create value. I create content. I create noise. I create slop. So please, please, please don't do that. All right, so what's the solution? How can we use AI in a way that is truly what it's designed to be, an assistant? And I want you to think about the way a good editor or a good assistant for an author works. And what they do is they help organize the thoughts in the right order. They help clean up grammar and formatting. And yes, if there's an area that's a little bit light and that needs some more context, then they might add a little bit of words. But the idea is not that your assistant does the writing. That's not how this works. Authors don't say to their editor, yeah, here's the topic, write it, and I'll take a look at it and see if it's okay. Well, then somebody else was the author. So if you want to do this the right way, I want to encourage you, take a look at my blog post, might go into a little bit more detail, but you can train Claude. Now, why do I keep saying Claude, not ChatGPT? Because for the most part, people seem to agree that Claude does better at writing than ChatGPT does. ChatGPT does a great job of brainstorming and strategy and now research, and I'm sure with ChatGPT 5, the writing is much better, but I still like Claude for writing. So I want to tell you the strategy that I have used to preserve not only my voice, but to preserve most of the words that I use when I create the content so that it is truly being an assistant. It is not writing for me. Now, how I do this is I've created first a training document based on my voice. And I took transcripts of videos and I took copy of blog posts and I put it all into one PDF, and it's like 15 or 20 pages. And I upload that into the project for Claude. And I let it know that this is a training document on my voice. Learn how I speak, how I write. The next thing I did was I created a training document that creates a type of format that I want for my posts for LinkedIn. And I can go into more detail on that some other time. And then finally, the third thing that I did was I gave it explicit instructions to preserve as many of my words as possible. What I mean by that is when I say a phrase, if it's on point, don't turn it into something else. Don't use my words as inspiration. Your directive is to use as many of the words that I have said or written. However, when they are not grammatically correct, or if I've repeated something over and over, certainly dedupe things, clean things up, but I'm not asking you to create. What I'm asking you to do LLM, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, Llama, etc. What I'm asking you to do is assist. And there's a big difference here. When you give it the specific instructions to preserve as many of the words as possible, then it really is your writing. It is your piece. It is your content. It is your voice if you've trained it on how you speak and write. And all it has done is replace that human assistant that would have helped you format, clean up grammar, tighten it up a little bit, etc. So I want to encourage you, absolutely use these AI tools, but if you don't want to push people away, if you don't want to add noise, if you want to maintain signal and you want to maintain your voice, there is a way to do it. And what that means for me now from an efficiency perspective is Claude is really trained now on my expectation of output, length of the post, how I want it structured, and my voice. But then what I do is rather than just give it a topic and 3 bullet points, then it's got nothing to preserve. I take my phone when I go on my walk or my drive and I hit record on voice notes. And I opine on whatever my point of view is on that particular topic. And it doesn't matter, again, if I have thoughts that go out of order or if I blather on too long. That is the point of where AI can come in. Preserve most of my words, bring it down to the right size, keep the most salient points, and again, add or subtract as little as possible. Those explicit instructions mean that when Claude then creates a piece for me, it was my piece. It is 80% my actual words. It didn't write it for me. That is the point. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, please ask it in the questions or the comments. If you think other people could benefit from it, I'd appreciate it if you would share. And I'd always love to hear from you. You can go to my website and book time if you would like to talk. Thanks. Hope you found it helpful. See ya. Boop.